Hey guys, it's Devin, aka Nixie DLC, coming at you. Um, I'm glad you guys liked my fangirling video last night regarding the Final Fantasy VII news. Today I actually spent more time actually translating what was there instead of just, you know, complete fangirl. So we saw Charlotte was coming out. So she is Paladin who protects the country Charlotte. Now you gotta take it with a grain of salt. This translation app I have is not ideal, but it gives us the gist of what they're trying to say. So her main job is Knight of the Holy Shield, subjob Monk, subjob Thief. Her limit burst is Guardian Knight's Holy Court, damage to targets within range large, and then it says it has 3 turn attack and magic power down, and 1 turn own defense and spirit up significantly. So she is going to be quite the tank, it seems. Range 1, height 1. And then the other skills, Lightning Strike, lightning resistance down for 3 turns, and after, the reaction rate is drastically reduced. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but does that mean if she attacks a unit that their reaction ability is significantly lower to actually go off, like say a Yuna with her Aeon ability? So curious how that'll turn out. It's damage large, range 2, height 0, and then speed punish, lightning resistance down for 3 turns, and after the activation rate is drastically reduced. I read the wrong one. Damage to targets within range medium and 3 turns down. 3 turns quick down. So I assume that means agility is down for 3 turns. And then it goes on a little explanation. It says the exclusive job Knight of the Holy Shield is strong against magic attacks. So I think she's basically going to be your Rain replacement. But hang on to that thought. While attracting attacks from the enemy on the front line, enemy rear attack ability to decrease action activation rate and own widely used spy ability to prevent defensive and mental weakness. Like I said, the translation app is not good. So basically what I think it's saying is that if she's attacked from behind or the side, that the activation rates of her abilities prevent her from getting like a break, like a stat break. So like I said, once the official video comes out tomorrow, we'll have better knowledge with people who are actually fluent in Japanese, unlike me. It says it's a job that you can play an active part in. Okay. So they're having the event Quest Dreams of Swordsmiths. So it's going to feature all these new characters in here. It is set in the Western Military Power Rundle. So new characters, it says Zat or Cal, Remulet, and Verilik. I assume that's who these 3 are. And then new crafting recipe, the Gold Anklet. It says that increases quickness for 2 turns. So that might be really good. And then going on to the big news that they had, obviously Charlotte gets her own month of logins. Oh, and they also have rainbow gill snappers now, so keep that in mind for the future. Map changes, stuff like that. So the Final Fantasy VII stuff, I translated as much as I could out of here, and there's actually like no info in here other than TIFA is free. So that's amazing. But it just said that, you know, they're going to have their own currency that you can exchange for character fragments. Other than that, we don't know. Still speculating on jobs, elements, stuff like that. And then this part is the new EX units that they are going to be releasing. So, as I said earlier, hold on to that thought. So, this is EX Venera, EX Dario. This one I couldn't translate to like Uni or something like that, so I don't know which one of our characters shares that name. And then right here we have Rain and Laswell getting their EX. So Raid of Charlotte comes out. Now Rain and Laswell are also going to go up the ladder with hers in terms of power. Selection quest, I think it said it was like wind elements or something like that. Now, going into this stuff, this is actually really big news that just because there's no pictures, no one really knew about it. But it said in the barracks they're adding a time-saving item for acquiring unit fragments. So that's amazing. I assume that's somehow like how the Chocobo expeditions work, where you progress it so many hours to speed it up. And then the big news, it says separate frame is going to be added to acquire EXP for vision cards. So that means you can level up your vision cards in your barracks as well. That's awesome. I don't know if they'll have the same mechanic where you get the shards. So we'll have to see on that. Changes to guild battles, actually. It says you can set 5 attack and defense formations. This is awesome. Because even last night, I was playing around with my units doing mock battles against my guildies. And it's like, I don't know if this is working. Okay, let's swap this unit out. And then you had to go out, formation, change it, go back in. So now at least you can have 5 of those set up and test them all out. It also said that they're going to have new guild content. So guild members fight together against powerful boss enemies. Compete with other guilds in point rankings. So a raid with your guild, and the more points you get, the higher your guild gets ranked. So that's really cool. Damage ranking for guild members will also be added. Officially completing the boss rewards more points. So that's just the reward rankings. It says there's a special quest to increase resonance. So I assume that's your units to the espers, but I don't think it's a big deal because you already increase it fairly quickly if you're skipping stories to complete quests or farm materials, stuff like that. We're getting near the end here. It said the tower event, they're going to increase the unit formations. I don't remember how many there already were, but I guess with people making so many units max level now that you could only have, what was it, 50 different units for it now. So they're upping that limit so you can use even more and make the MR and the SR units more relevant because you can actually use them in the content because you have the space on your party's forum. Also changing with the tower, they said their recovery restore is going to be at a fixed time now. So I assume that would be with the reset, the server reset. Because I've had it where it's like server resets and I do my tower until, I wipe because I'm not good. And at that point it's like half an hour to an hour after server resets. So then the next day, well, now I have to wait that time after the reset to progress, and eventually gets to the point where it's like, well, I'm sleeping. So now it's all of a sudden, the next morning, and then same thing. So you actually lose time. So this is better. A raid change where you can immediately try again after a defeat. So you don't have to go back through the menus to embark again. So that's awesome. And then the final note was a function that can convert the surplus JP to another point. I don't really know what that means. Like, if a unit is all abilities are max and they just have the surplus of JP, you could do something with it. There was like a chocobo on-off function that when I tried to translate it, I just had no idea what it was talking about. And then just like AI tweaks, bugs, stuff like that. Basically, they said tune into their official broadcast on March 28th, where they'll be going over all the notes. So that's when, the fluent Japanese players will have the full info and not be giving you this absolutely broken translation. But I just want to get the info out there just so everyone knew, so people kind of have an idea what to look forward to going forward with the game, and give some other content creators something to talk about, and hopefully we can all collab real soon. So everyone, thank you for the support. Leave a like, drop a sub, and I'll catch you in the next one.